It was a disaster. In my opinion, I think it was way, way overdone. But what it goes to tell you is that the street and analysts and the Fed try to convince everybody that they had it under control, that inflation was going to tick down, that we were going to get a 7 handle on the CPI, 7.9. That would have been a big move considering we had been as high as 9 only a couple of months ago, and now we'd been in the 7s, and so that was going to be great. Everything was going to be fine. And then this morning at 8:30, when the report came across the tape, and it came in really 8.3 year over year, which was down from last month, but well up from the expectation. And then the month over month number as well, ex food and energy, was also higher than the expectation. And so that just sent the algos into a tailspin, right? They didn't know what to do. And suddenly everyone was going, oh my God. And now the Fed's going to have to be more aggressive. And suddenly talk of a 125 basis point rate hike next week is what seemed to permeate the news wires and the rumor mills and the street and the whisper numbers and all that stuff, which I think, by the way, is ridiculous. I don't think the Fed's going 125. I think the Fed is stuck at 75. They're happy with 75. I think that potentially what it does bring up, though, is the possibility of an October intermeeting rate hike, right? Not maybe 75, but maybe 50, and then 50 again in November, if that's what they determine. But I don't think the 125 basis points, which was part of the rumor mill today, has got any really meat to it. But it did serve to just send the algos and traders into a panic, right, into a frenzy. But really, when you look at it, where did we go? We went right back to where we were 6 days ago, right? All we did was take back the move in 6 days. And actually, I was just writing my note for tomorrow. If you draw the trend line from the low of June to the low of September, and you keep going up, if you look at where the S&P traded down to, it traded right down to that trend line. It kissed it, and then it just sat down right on it, right on the trend line. It did not break that trend line. And so I think what that suggests to me, at least temporarily, is that I think it was very much of an overreaction. But look, we're going to get PPI tomorrow. And PPI is going to be another, that's at the producer level, right? What's inflation doing at the producer level? And if that number is stronger than the expectation, then I think it's another leg down, because then those increases in price are going to show up next month in the CPI. So, but you and I have been talking about this. I was always very cautious anyway, thinking that while we saw a slight pullback in the CPI, I think it's going to turn its ugly head up again as we move into the winter. And I think that was always going to be a problem for the Fed.